Audley Moore, aka Queen Mother Moore, is another prominent African American woman that most people don't talk about. She was born in Louisiana, where she started her activist journey. She was first part of Callie House's reparations movement and continued her journey in the Marcus Garvey movement. After viewing a speech by Marcus Garvey in Louisiana, Audley Moore moved to Harlem, New York, and became a leader and life member of the UNIA. Audley Moore invested in Marcus Garvey's first international convention in New York City and was a stock owner in the Black Star Line, as she says in an interview in the Flo Kennedy Show.
And you purchased stock in
the Black Star Line, yes.
What was that? What was the Black Star Line?
Black Star Line was ships that Marcus Garvey was buying.
For what purpose?
To go to Africa. To go to Africa and to trade with Africa. He was going to trade with the West Indies and Africa.
And what was the result of the purchase of the ships? Did they ever get to Africa?
No, the people sabotaged the ships. There was great sabotage. You know, on Garvey's board, he had a lot of enemies of our people. You couldn't talk about Africa in those days without expecting the agents to be around you. You had the agents of Belgium, you had the agents of France, you had the agents of England, and all those agents were sitting on his board.
Or trying to sabotage his work.
And yes, in the form of blackskins.
Okay.
You see, so they sabotaged the ships.
All right.
And then they charged Garvey with fraud because they were saying that he was selling unworthy ships, you know.
In 1957, Audley Moore founded the Universal Association of the Ethiopian Women in Louisiana. In that same year, she petitioned the United Nations for African Americans to go back to Africa, and for those who wanted to stay would get reparations for the enslavement of our people, as she mentions it in the interview.
I understand that you sent a petition to the United Nations in, I think, 1957 for reparations for the black people in America. Explain something about that to us.
Yes, the petition called for us to go back to Africa, for those who wanted to go back. And for those who wanted to stay here, there had to be certain indemnity given for the people who wanted to stay, the people who wanted to go.
What kind of indemnity?
Well, I was asking for $200 billion. $200
billion to indemnify?
Yes, for the injury that we have received. The injury as a result of our enslavement.
Okay, that's for our 400 years of enslavement.
Yes.
As reparations, we requested $200 billion.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, when you sent this petition to the United Nations, what kind of response did you get?
I got very good response. But he told me that we needed a member nation to introduce the resolution, since we were not officially members of the UN.
Is this with your work with the Republic of New Africa?
No, that was not. I went as a member of the Ethiopian Women, the Universal Association of Ethiopian Women.
I understand that you founded that organization.
Yes.
And what was that organization about?
To save our men from execution. They were being executed at the rate of 2 a week almost.
As you heard, the United Nations was asking for membership of a nation to receive funds that Audley Moore was petitioning for, which resulted in it being rejected. Audley Moore was another African American woman who stand up for the rights for the African diaspora, and who also understood the connection and power between the African and African diaspora coming as one. As you can see, her story is a reflection of our movement today, to restore Africa and the scattered Africans back to their homeland, to establish a nation that is for us and by us.